What's cracking, guys? Omar Isuf here, back with another video. In another universe where this corona epidemic did not occur, we actually had plans for a very cool April Fool's video, but turns out the joke is on all of us, we're losing our gains. I'm joking, don't worry about it. I said this before at the onset of this pandemic that likely it would continue for a longer period of time. Not because I'm some Nostradamus, but I think once again knowledge is domain specific, and the epidemiologists, the people that are educating this, we should pay attention to. If I want to build a rocket ship, I'm going to talk to some physicists. I'm not going to talk to Karen on Facebook. So armed with that knowledge, I have been approaching this quarantine with the mindset that it likely will take several weeks, if not a few months, before we could go back to the gym. And before I go on, I want to say I hope everyone is doing well, mentally, physically, themselves, their loved ones. And what I want to talk about in this video is goal setting. How to set new goals, because there's been a vacuum. You're a powerlifter. You're a bodybuilder. You're a power builder. Mike O'Hearn, what's up? And what's happening to you, basically, you've been denied access to achieving your goal, essentially. So you've had a plan in your head. You created a neat little paradigm for yourself, an identity, some would say, right? Where once again, I squat, bench, and deadlift. And for many people, and I do protest those that say, if you want it bad enough, you'd make it happen. I'm like, not everyone, because there are those that have never been in that situation where they haven't had the resources. They don't have access to a home gym. They don't have the money. They won't be able to squat with meaningful weight. I mean, if you're a 600-pound squatter, if you can't replicate that in some sort of way, it's going to be relatively hard for a few months to maintain that level of strength. Strength is partially a skill. That's okay, however. What I want to talk about today, the previous video, I said the worst thing you could do is give up. But now let's give you some tools in order to make progress while you have some downtime. And like I said before, I think the biggest goal everyone can try and make for themselves right now is to not get fat. And I joke when I say that, but there's also a hint of truth to it. I'm talking about YouTube fat. You know, on YouTube, I've been called fat on numerous occasions for being like 16%, 17% body fat. I think this is a perfect time, like I said before, to cultivate more discipline. But I also want you to entertain the thought that sometimes maintaining is gaining.
How can less be more? It's impossible.
Because between the option of entropy, so getting gradually worse, increasing disorder in the system, or just maintaining what you got, in this situation, that's a victory. And right now, because sometimes when you have a structure placed upon you, right? You have a job, you have school, you have to get up at a certain time, and you remove that pressure, that social pressure, and now you're just once again in a vacuum where you have to set things for yourself. It can become hard for some people, and that is why I say simply maintaining and not getting overweight or not accumulating extra fat in this time period is a victory. But let's create more goals for yourself. And something I could challenge everyone to do right now is to try and work up to, in a single session, 500 quality push-ups. So I'm not talking about the ones where you go halfway down and then you're not quite locking down. I'm talking full push-ups and trying to achieve this in less than an hour. If you can't do that, that's okay. Do 3 times a week, so 3 push-up sessions where you try and do 500 push-ups in less than an hour. Once you achieve that, now we're focusing on density. So trying to decrease the total amount of time it takes you to do the 500 push-ups. If you get to less than 30 minutes, that's pretty friggin' awesome. From there, I'd start experimenting with tempo. So I'd control the negative of each push-up a little bit. So 1, 2, up, and do 500 like that. And once again, you count down from an hour back down. In this way, because likely it is probably gonna continue to occur for at least several weeks, if not a few more months, we are gonna be quarantined, which means you'll be able to make this progress. And this is now a new fitness goal for you. You can do the same thing with Bulgarian split squats, so it requires no home equipment whatsoever. Bodyweight squats, if you want. This is where One Punch Man, bless his soul, where he did the 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, and a 10-mile run per day. He is truly now crushing things. I think also cardiovascular capacity is another goal that people can set their sights on, where for some people there's some fantastic articles, Greg Nuckols has one, about increasing your cardiovascular capacity, which will increase your work capacity, make you just better overall when it comes to lifting. That's something that if you build that quality now, once again, when you have access to a gym, having a better cardiovascular capacity can only improve everything else. So if you have access to availability, I know in some countries parks are, off limits right now, but maybe if you could run around your neighborhood, make sure you're doing the social distancing, the physical distancing that's necessary, but increasing that. For many of us, we don't do that on a regular basis. We do no sort of cardiovascular work. So starting a little bit of running, maybe coming up with some body weight fitness goals, because once again, you probably weren't doing them before. If you have access to, dips where you could do bench dips or a pull-up bar, now we're really cooking here. But set new goals for yourself, because essentially what's happened for all of us, we've been denied that which we normally enjoy, and we've been given a lot of free time. And so a lot of people are feeling sorry for themselves, and they're thinking, you know what, that pizza sounds pretty good right now. But like I said before, now is the time to cultivate that extra discipline. If you allow it and you focus and slowly you try and come up with those new fitness goals. I already said the 500 push-up challenge for time, I think, is a pretty cool one. You can do the same with squats. You can make it full body. Also making sure that you're pretty smart with your nutritional habits, and even at this time, if you are overweight, attempting to lose a little bit of weight. I said for people that want to absolutely maintain their muscle mass, I said this in a previous video, it makes no sense to try and rapidly lose weight right now. But if you want to improve your overall health, right, health markers that are important, a little bit of running, trying to reduce some of that fat that you have on you, when you get back to the gym, you'll be fitter overall. And so once again, your body will thank you long term. There's a lot of things we could focus on, and like I said, we're all in this together, so let's try and build each other up and help each other out. The last thing I want to say, you don't have to get it, but it is very smartly designed. Yours truly, What's Cracking Guys, did it himself. The Kaizen Home Workout Program. We have 2 different periodized programs, each one they're 12 weeks long. One is 12 weeks of body weight exercises. The other one, 12 weeks, assuming that you have some dumbbells, maybe a flat bench, maybe some resistance bands. Also has a nutritional guideline, some macronutrients, has tutorials for every single one of those exercises that we give you. If you actually want some sort of structure to everything right now, and you want to continue to make gains or maintain what you have, it is a very smartly designed program. It's just $25. Link to that is in the description. Like I said, if you don't have the financial means right now, no worries whatsoever. There's a ton of great free exercise programs you can find online, but this one is very good. Check it out. That's all the time we have right now. I got to get out of here. I hope you guys are doing okay. If you like the video, make sure to like the damn video, and I'll see all you guys, my rascals, in that next one. Peace.
Eat your vegetables, eat your vegetables, eat your fucking vegetables.